That intro was way longer than I thought it would be. Hey guys, I'm Nolan from New Game Plus, here with another first play. As you can see, we're playing a classic this week. Thatch from Pokemon Underground Championship League is joining us. That is a podcast that is dedicated to all things Pokemon, and he is an expert at this game. So we're going to try our best to keep up with him on this next episode. And of course, I pushed Kenny and Dustin out of the way for this first play because I love Pokemon, who doesn't? And I grew up playing Red version. This is probably my favorite version out of all of them. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's play some Pokemon. So I'm not gonna waste time reading a lot of this text. You know the drill. That's Professor Oak. These are Pokemon. I mean, if you're watching this, you're familiar with Pokemon, I'm confident. And if you never played, you probably played Pokemon Go, but this ain't Pokemon Go. This is the real deal. I thought a lot about what I want to name myself here. I put a lot of thought into it, and I've come up with the perfect name for this playthrough. I mean, I think it speaks for itself. Trainer name is very important, as is the rival name, which I was stuck on for a while. It took me a few hours to come up with something perfect, but I think I've settled on the best possible thing. Just a little... Okay. I've put a little thought into the team that I want to build this playthrough. And yes, I am going to get through the Elite Four this week. I have made that decision. Work is busy, but we're going to try and still beat the game. I'm not going to forget about the potion that is in your computer. Rookie mistake. Shouldn't need it, but definitely could. Talk to mom really quick. All the moms in Pokemon are so willing to let their son go out into a dangerous world with this strange old man. So Pokemon clearly has left a legacy that we're all familiar with, even if you don't game. And there have been many generations of Pokemon, but not much has changed between those versions. So they did something right in the first place, and I think that's why Pokemon Red's probably my favorite. It was the introduction into the gaming version and world of Pokemon, which is a TV show, if you didn't know, and a card game. But, I mean, Pokemon Red just has such a legacy, and, you know, the basic gameplay and style of the game remains the same throughout the different games. Okay. So, there's going to be controversy no matter who I pick. But you already know, I'm going for Charmander. I mean, Charmander's always been my starter. Let's just take a look at the others just to show off. You got Squirtle. Squirtle's great. I love Squirtle. Who doesn't love Squirtle? Blastoise, really cool. Really strong Pokemon. Maybe out of the three, Squirtle might be... I don't know anything about Pokemon, by the way. As far as like the in-depth stats go, he might be the best. But, you know, I thought I accidentally picked him just then. And then you have the foster child, Bulbasaur. I mean, I don't know. Okay. I was going to say I don't know anyone who picks Bulbasaur. Kenny definitely picks Bulbasaur. It's just like nobody picks this Pokemon, I'm going to pick it. But we're going with Charmander all day. All day. Yes, I want Charmander. I never was a nickname guy, but for the sake of this first play, let's come up with a perfect nickname for our Charmander here. A little shameless plug every time you throw the Pokemon out there. And then, of course, Dustin's going to take Squirtle because he plays optimally. You know, this is actually really accurate. So Squirtle, water type beats fire type. Dustin would totally pick the optimal choice there because he'll have a guide for this one. All right, now we get to do a little battle. It's really funny. It's been a while since I've played the originals. And for some reason it still feels like I haven't. It feels like I played this game last week. There's something that just sticks with you. That's for sure. That's the first. So like, this isn't technically a first play. First of all, let's just get that out there. This is a revisit. I don't know. I don't think there. It'd be hard to find someone that this will be an actual first play. Wow. That's really upsetting. I'm not losing this first battle. I refuse. I'm wasting that potion. You better believe it. I'm not losing. A critical? Anyways. I'm dead. Oh. NGP. Level up. This isn't technically a first play, but there's something that just sticks with you about this game. Like, I mean, it ages so well. Spoiler for the podcast. All right. So that was a solid battle. Lots of luck involved there. All right, as far as the rest of my party goes, I was thinking Pidgey. I mean, Pidgey's the classic. You gotta have a Pokemon that will fly from place to place. And Pidgey's cool. Pidgeot's cool. But I do want to mix things up this playthrough. So I don't think I'm gonna go for a Pidgey. I haven't fully decided. And we may not even catch another Pokemon in this first play. I'm gonna be a total noob here and make sure... I think I probably should have talked to Professor Oak again. Let's see. Nah, we're good. I've played this game before, I promise. So yeah, red version and blue version, there's not many differences there. For those of you that don't know, the big difference is there's a few Pokemon that are available in blue version that are not available in red, and there's some available in red that aren't available in blue. So that encouraged the whole like trading between games thing, which is so cool. It's on brand for Pokemon. I mean, trading card game. So I love that. I love that was their thought, and it's not like so exclusive like that you're gonna feel like you don't have like the necessary Pokemon to beat the game. Like, it doesn't feel like that at all. It's just a handful of specific Pokemon. So the balance is still there. It doesn't throw anything off. It just adds that like that difference. Like if your friend had blue version and you had red, clearly you wanted to have some sort of uniqueness to your version. So I think they nailed that. Get a little Nurse Joy healing going on. I don't know if anyone else was stuck as a kid, but like I had no clue. There were several points in this game that I just had no clue what to do. That guy Sin in there was one of them. Well, you talk to this guy and he is going to give you parcel. Spoiler, that parcel turns out to be a Pokedex. So that you can start collecting Pokemon, which is the whole quest that you're on, catching them all. Beating the gyms, making friends with Pokemon. So competitive Pokemon is a thing. And there is so much depth that goes into the competitive community. And I can't even get into all of it. I tried to dabble at one point with like the IVs and like IV training your Pokemon, which are like these hidden stats. And that didn't actually come into play till like later in the series. But anyways, there's so much that goes into it. So I have so much respect for people who are just really into the competitive scene. But that's the great thing about Pokemon. You don't have to be really hardcore about battling. You can play casually. You can just play it to catch Pokemon. My friend Nick actually pretty much, he strictly plays Pokemon for the Pokedex. His mission is to complete his Pokedex, which I believe he did. There might have been some event Pokemon that he didn't get, but he'll correct me quickly on that if I'm wrong. Yeah, so now we can get past this guy and make our way into the forest. Now, introduce Pokemon battles. Oh, he doesn't want to battle me? Here we go. Alright. Let's see what this guy has got. Probably a bunch of bug type. Usually forest people. Yep. Bug Catcher Jimmy. I like that they start giving them names later in the series. That really would be his name if this was one of the newer games. Weedle? I don't want to get poisoned here. That's going to be really annoying for the purpose of this first play. Don't. Okay. Please kill. Okay. I'm fine with that. That's fine. So yeah, there's stat debuff moves. There's not just attack moves. Oh wow, yeah, 2? That felt kind of strong. Okay, then I actually do care that he's been slowing my speed. First one felt strong for a person that has 2 Pokemon. Maybe I'm a little under level for this. We're alright. We're fine. Caterpie's attack is high at all. There we go. I should level up off that. Yeah. I'm up. Learn to Ember. It's a good move. It's a great early game move. It's also going to really help in this area because there tends to be more grass type. So you want to fight the trainers. Let me stop. You want to save. You want a convenient reset point if you need to. You want to fight the trainers because it's great XP for your Pokemon. Wow, I'm very surprised that I didn't get in a battle there. That's another thing. Battles in Tallgrass are RNG, I believe. I don't know if there's a way to manipulate it, but you fight the trainers because they give great XP, higher than what wild Pokemon will give, because the Pokemon they send out are higher level. That one's level 9. I should be able to 2-shot this one because Ember is strong. If I get poisoned here, it's not a big deal. The Poke Center will be just past this. I would definitely do an entire playthrough series of Pokemon. Don't tempt me because I would so do that. And as I'm saying it, I'm kind of getting ideas, but I don't need to go there. I don't have that kind of time. However, we are going to stop here. This first replay of Pokemon Red, so that I can jump into the game a little bit more, so that I don't spoil too much of the game for those of you who have not played it. Join us on this next episode as we talk about Pokemon Red. Thatch will be joining us from Pokemon Underground Championship League podcast. Check them out if you have never heard their podcast. It is great stuff. Awesome. The best Pokemon podcast out there. Join us this week in playing the game. Send us your thoughts at ngppodcast@gmail.com and we will gladly feature you on the upcoming episode. Until then, I'm Nolan, and this is New Game Plus. I don't know if I have the authority to say that.